Hello everyone, I'm Griffin, and this is Stitching with the Griffin, Flosstube number 51. I hope everyone is having a lovely day so far today. Thank you for stopping in and visiting with me today. If you're new here, welcome. This playlist, and I say playlist because the channel itself is evolving, but yes. This playlist is about my cross stitch, my embroidery, and my hand sewing. Mostly my cross stitch, because that's what I have right now. But yeah, welcome, and I hope that you will find something that you like here, enough to maybe stick around and watch to the end, leave a comment, whatever you guys want to do, whatever you folks want to do. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Thank you for stopping in and spending a little bit of time with me today as well. I know there's tons of people out there that you could be watching who have much longer videos than I do. Mine are all fairly short, but it is what it is. Let's see. I am working on, well, I say working. I worked on one project predominantly this week, and after this week it will be going into timeout, and it may never come out. I don't know. It may become a UFO, my very first, but I don't know. We'll see how I feel later on in the year, but I digress. Let me get started here. Pardon me, didn't pull my stuff out, but you've seen this. This is knockoff. Well, according to this, it's Halloween Wizard number H. It is a knockoff. This is a kit, but it's a knockoff of the chart from Nora Corbett for her witch series, I guess, or whatever. But this is Minerva. Her name is Minerva, and I'm working on this. This was a gift this past Christmas, so that's why I worked on it. It has been a journey with this one. If you remember last week, I did not take a picture, or the last time you saw it, I needed to frog the top of the tree, the moon, and the owl, because I was 4 stitches off, but they were up and over, going at an angle, so I didn't have a lot of room between the tip of the hat, the brim of the hat, and the tree right here. Sorry, over here. I didn't have a lot of room there, and as you can see, there's a bunch of stuff going on there. Move it forward. So this, the tip of her hat right here was way too close to the moon, so there wasn't any room to put all this in there. Well, I had been debating whether I was going to just throw her aside then and not do the frogging, but I went ahead and said, yeah, I'll go ahead and do the frogging. So I frogged all that, and then after everything was said and done, and I was putting the moon in, and I had a couple of them, I realized that this branch right here was 2 stitches off, going up. So all of this lovely room that is here is not here on my first one. You say 2 stitches, that's an easy fudge. Yeah, sure, it's an easy fudge. It was for the moon. I will show you what I'm talking about. I was able to put the moon on just fine. See, very beautiful. But look at the rest of that mess. Got these on where they need to go, so that's all fine and wonderful. Was able to put that up there, that's all fine and wonderful. This piece over here is fine and wonderful. This right in here is junk. To me, it's junk. the more that I worked on it, the grumpier, for lack of a better word, I became. I did not want to stitch on it. I did not want to do it anymore. I was feeling quite fed up with it. And as I have been told, and as I have seen, life is too short to stitch what you don't want to stitch. I have had a conversation with the person who gave this to me, my friend, and they are very understanding. They are happy that I at least made a go of it, knowing how I feel about knockoffs. Right now, after today, she's going into timeout again. And despite all the work that I have done on her, I do not know if she will come back out. I may work on her dress and everything. Put leaves on the top. Let me get her back out. That one right there has leaves up here. So I may do that and just leave it. Do her beading, the beading on her and the back stitching on her, and then just leave the rest of it. I think it'll look fine that way, even if I don't do everything on the top. And it's everything on the top that I am not happy about. I just can't seem, it doesn't look right to me. It's not, the numbers aren't coming out right, angles aren't coming out right. It's just, it's making me very unhappy. So don't expect her to see her back, even if I do decide to do what I just said about just finishing beating her and doing. I'm not going to do that right away. I just have a lot of animosity towards her right now, and I know that's stupid, but sorry, I put down. All right, so after spending almost the entire week on her, I did get a day to work on books, which is this one. Oh, sorry. Knockoff Minerva is a kit. It is done on 16 count Aida that is supposed to look like vintage country mocha. It is being done with cotton floss that's supposed to look like DMC, and it's probably CXC. I don't know. It's cotton thread. It just says cotton thread on there. Anyway, so thread from the kit, fabric from the kit. It's being done 2/1, mostly full cross. There are some half stitches in there, and yeah, that's it. Here we go. I don't know how many stitches I have in it. I don't keep track of that sort of thing. For those of you who are new here, I just stitch. Now, the other one that I'm doing is my long-term piece. It's full coverage by Charting Creations. It is The Magic of Books. The designer artist is N. Northup. And I am on page 3, which is right in here. Yes. And I only got one day on it. Last week you saw me start the top of it, the top of the page, and go across to the other side of the page, and so I've got the top part. Anyway, I will show it to you here in a minute. Let me put my needle in the back. Forgot to do that. To break things up, normally I do a row, and I do all the colors in a row, and then I move down to the next row, and do all the colors in that row. And this time I've decided I'm just going to do colors until that color is finished. Because if you look at this, there's mostly background in this area. Oops, wrong way. It's mostly background. Yeah, there's a couple of these page moths, butterflies, whatever they're going to be, these winged creatures here, but it's mostly background in here, and then it's a brighter background down in here, but it's mostly this right here is that page. So I decided, because there's such a huge amount of colors, single colors in these, and not quite as much confetti, that I would do myself a favor, break up the routine and do one whole color as it is. So, like I said, I did not get a lot done one day. So what I basically did was, when I switched colors, I filled up the top. I just filled up the top row. This 10 by the 10 by 10 row. So I just filled in this 10 by 10 row here. And as you can see, this is the leftover of the other color, and I am now going to start filling in this. This color that I'm on is 3750 DMC, and it takes up quite a bit right in through here. This is the first of the little moths. That's a balloon. That's the first little moths that I did, so, and I still have to finish it right here. So there's several more of those moths, butterfly creatures right here. But as you, this color is 3750 is going to come through here, and it's going to take up quite a bit of space. So I'll be, you know, doing something different from what I normally do, and that's just to change things up so I don't get bored with the routine, because this is going to be, it's a long-term project. it's a long-term project. I am doing it on 16 count natural Aida 2/1 with the called for DNC floss. So that is that. That's 10 squares, and then there's 65 stitches across and 10 stitches down, so 6,500? 6,500, I think. Does that sound right to somebody? Anybody? Maybe 65, 650? I don't know. This is why I don't do math. That's why I don't count my stitches. I don't know. It's a lot of stitches. So, but yeah, so that's what I did this week, as far as my stitching goes. Next week, I plan on working on Nursery. I finished the Piglet, as you all know. Piglet, as you all know. And I was taking a picture of it, so you do see Piglet, so you know where I was. I am going to do all this background, all the green that's left in here is going to get done. I know there's a little bit of green over there, but I'm going to wait on that until I get closer to there. I'm going to finish the flowers and whatever else is in the border here. I'm going to do the, that's, I think, a baby. No, okay, that's not the baby. These wheat stalks or whatever that is, if I have time, I will do those as well, because that's part of her nest. So I will do that and get that going. She's got her chicks over here, but I'm not going to do those yet. I just want to get most of the background, get the border done, and get a little bit more down there this coming week. It's getting late in the year, and I really need to get this finished. So, there's that. That's one of the projects. That is Nursery. That's my main project. It was a kit, is a kit by DMC Creative World, which is no longer available. It's just something I had in my stash I pulled out, and then now I'm doing it for one of my coworkers' his nephews for his first birthday. For my baby's first birthday. Alright. And the other one that I'm doing is coming week, Cardinal points. This is a long dog sampler that was produced by the Gentle Arts, and I am doing this as a Sal with one of my other subscribers who's asked not to be named, as well as Sarah the Northwood Stitcher. Hello there. Hello Sarah. She's been very, very busy. I've been watching her videos. That woman, she's got the energy of 3 people, I swear. But I will be working on this. I'm on page 4, and I'm working on the border. I have the outside part of this border done, plus the black part, and the raven part of this. I just need to put that little dragonfly in there. So I'll be working on the border of this coming week, and whatever else I can get into there. But the borders, for those of you who have been watching, the borders are they are work intensive. They're fairly easy to do. The motifs have gotten better. I've gotten better at them, faster at them, because they're pretty simple. Once you got one in place, you just copy and go down. You don't even need the chart. Just need to make sure you've got the right color on your hook or your needle. And then the same thing here. Oops, the same thing here. It's just you put that top one in there, and then you copy it down. And same with all the stuff that's in the middle. So there is counting to do, especially when I'm putting in the vines and the connecting vines and the little, but it's coming along faster. I'm not rushing it. It's just coming along organically, and yeah, I'll be sad when it's done. It's not my first ever sampler. I really don't like them that much, but this one was beautiful, and Sarah enabled me, and so yeah, it's getting done. Little by little, it's getting done. If you are doing the sampler too, please let us know, so we can let other people know, so they can see your progress. I'd love to see people's progress on this. Will I do another sampler? Maybe. I have been looking at some of the samplers done by Modern Folk Embroidery with Jacob DeGraff. I do not know if I'll do him, because he, like Fox and Rabbit, do very large samplers, and I don't want to commit to something that big when I already have large pieces. That being said, if I find a smaller one like this one, I may do them. I do not know. I have seen people doing the Quakers. I have seen the Hawk Run Hollow series. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I like my full coverage pieces. I do like some of the others that I'm going to be doing, like the difference between Medicine and Poison, where it's not a full coverage, but I really, really like my full coverage. They just don't, well, I guess they do make small ones, but they're full coverage, so they're not necessarily small. But it is what it is. So, we'll keep going. What else? Okay, that's all of my stitching that I have done, all my plans that I'm doing. I am waiting on a shipment of Gentle Arts threads from Everything Cross Stitch, because I am going to be kitting up a freebie by Stony Creek. Yeah. I'll be doing a, I want to say it's a Quaker style. It's a style of tree that you see in samplers. And I like it, and like I said, it's a freebie chart with Stony Creek. I will link to it when I start working on it. It's a small, fairly small piece. Will I get it done this year? No, I don't know. I'm not going to think that far ahead. I've still got a bunch of stuff here to do. I still have a couple of things that I'm going to do. I have fully kitted up Be Kind. As I may have mentioned in the last video, I will need, I think I linked to it. When I went into the freebies to find the link on Modern Folk Embroidery, the chart for Be Kind had changed. The original one was just a big solid circle, and it said Be Kind in block letters in the middle of it. I'm pretty sure that was his. I may be wrong. I may be thinking of another one. But the one that I found is more along the lines of his samplers. It's got some more detail on it, and it says Let's Be Kind in the middle of it. So I'm still doing that on Yellow Submarine by Darcy, Stitchman Darcy. I will be using the satin blue that I showed in my last one. I think it's S3850, something like that. I will show you when it gets started. But I got it all kitted up, just like I said in the last video. So I'm very happy about that. I will be kitting up the tree. I don't know what else I'm going to be doing. I have lots of charts that I can do, different things that I want to do, but as it's getting closer to the end of the year, I don't want to start any big projects. I want to finish the big ones that I have, continue on with books, because that's going to be a carryover. I would like to not carry over anything else into the new year except for books, because I have plans for the new year and I would like to have everything pretty much finished. So we'll see. I'm not stressing. This is supposed to be fun, not stressful. So there's that. I have been reading. I managed to fit in some reading time. I stayed up way too late last night, in fact, reading the last couple of books in the series. It is the Dragon Guard series by Jada Smith. I will link the first, or I will put the title of the first one in the description box below. If you have Kindle Unlimited, right now they're free to borrow, and it is a 9-book series. They go fairly fast. It's not, the writing is very simple. No, that's not the right word. I'm just gonna let you guys read the book series if you like. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I ate those books up in a matter of days. I was reading them back to back as quickly as I could while trying to work and stitch. And so yeah, they were really, really good. To me, anyway. So I will link them below. Those are the only books that I read this week. And like I said, I read all 9 of them. I couldn't stop reading them. I'd finish one and then I would be, okay, where's the next one? And luckily, as I said, they were free to borrow, and so I have some other ones I need to read too. I am going to be starting the Witcher comic book series. Manga, whatever they are. They're not really comic books. Graphic novels. The Witcher graphic novels. I have never read them or looked at them or anything. I have seen the TV series. At least the first season. Maybe the second. I'm not real sure. But, yeah, it is what it is. So I want to see them and see the big differences, because I'm sure there were big differences. But, you know, that's basically it. That's me in a nutshell. So, another short one. Short and sweet, like me. Anyway, yes, thank you to everyone who managed to muddle their way through last week's very emotional, yeah, emotional video. I am not about to have, to start crying or anything this week. It is still a very rough time for me. I'm taking it one day at a time, but my depression is more under control than it was in the last video. It's more under control in general, so I am not trying to cry at the drop of a hat or just, look wrong. So yeah, there's that. So if you like what you see, hit the like button. If you want to comment, feel free. Subscribe, hit the bell, whatever you guys want to do. I'm just glad that you stopped in. And I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I will see you on the flip side.